mashallah. When I was younger, I used to feel really embarrassed about talking in front of the elders, or saying something stupid, or making a mistake. And I would feel that bit of pressure. No, I can't. But I used to feel comfortable outside that environment to be able to speak, and that's natural. That's okay. But one thing that I did find over time, I used to listen, and I used to take things on board. And then when I would go away, and I would have the confidence or the bravery, if you like, to be able to say something, it needed someone to push me. A bit like you tried to do there. Not so scary, but push a person to say, right, do this. So I remember when I first gave a talk. This is when I was like 14 years old or 15 years old. I can't remember when it was. And my legs were shaking, like literally shaking. My hands were shaking. And it took a while for me to realize I'm not bothered actually what you guys think, believe it or not, because I don't do it for anyone in this room. So whether someone falls asleep in my talk, whether someone likes the talk, disagrees with the talk, up to you, no problem. For me, I'm doing this because on the Day of Judgment, Allah's going to ask me, Farid, what did you do for Islam? And I will say, Ya Allah, I tried to spread Islam wherever I went. So I would say to the youngsters, yeah, maybe you might not want to talk now, but what I would hope, when you're with your mates and they're pulling you in a direction, you stand up for Islam. When people are not praying and they say, oh, Ayub, we'll pray later, let's play first. You say, no, Inna salata kanat al-mu'minin kitabun mawquta. It's written. I'm going to pray. So the impact that I would like to see is not necessarily here all the time. It's quite demanding to speak in front of everyone. Even my own son feels a bit nervous. But I would expect when they're in their own gatherings, when they're at school, when they're with their friends, when they're at the park playing football, they represent Islam. And that's the impact that I would hope. That can they do that? Because that's the start. Remember, you don't just overnight become. So, maybe it's a lesson for another day, but Salahuddin al-Ayyubi, rahimahullah, when he was a little boy, he heard the hadith that there will be someone who liberates, and Quds. And he used to always, when the elders used to say, Salaam alaikum, ya Muhammad, Salaam alaikum. And he used to say to them, say Salaam alaikum, O conqueror of Quds. They used to say, even when he was little, he goes, remind me that when I'm older, remind me, I'm going to take over Al-Quds. And when he was older, what did he do? He took over Al-Quds. So for us, like our parents, let's not, our children, let's not give them low expectations. You should be khatib, you should be speakers, you should be ulama, you should be leaders. In deen and dunya, everything. Because when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنًا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنًا. Give him both lives. That's the impact that we want to see. Yeah?